Hello, everybody. This is Phil, and it's early in the morning, Thursday. And I wanted to do a quick video because it's kind of like package day. Very happy. I like carrying concealed when I want to. And regardless of where I am, going to the movie theater, going to a party, going to somebody's house that might be let's say, not anti-gun, but they're not pro-gun. They don't want to see guns lying around, and they think all guns are bad. I like developing or investigating and then developing a carry concealed protocol for different styles of guns, different types of guns, depending on the situation, you name it. Is it going to the movies? Is it going to dinner with a new date? Who you don't know how they feel about guns? Is it going to, again, a friend's house? Is it going to college where they might not have metal detectors at the front of the building, but you don't want to bring any attention to yourself because of the liberal mindset? A video I did before last week got cut off of YouTube. Because I said the liberal word, and I was talking about my AR-15 pistol and it coming to self-defense against a very tyrannical government. I didn't threaten anybody. I was talking about what ifs. And unfortunately, YouTube loves, one of my subscribers, I think, is always reporting me because I've given comments to the young turkeys on YouTube, and all the times they report about this mundane, stupid shit about Alex Jones and InfoWars, and they don't have the connections to report on articles truthfully. So anyways, I think I'm getting banned because I have a stalker in my midst, and I don't plan on having a huge channel. I don't care about popularity or that kind of money that comes with being popular. Okay, I believe in a job that is service oriented, and the only thing I want to be popular for eventually is writing. But I love handguns. I'm an ex-police officer, and I've always loved guns in the military. It's not about harming people. It's about protecting yourself. We're trained on the police department in the use of force and the use of force threat ladder. So whatever the citizen crook has, if he has a knife, you have a gun. Okay, if he has a baseball bat, you use a gun too. You use the next step up weapon to defend yourself or to defend the population. Okay, from basically force, threat of force, or the threat of death. Okay, bodily serious injury. And I can go on and on and on and wax philosophically about every situation. I've been known to do that, but in any event, I just wanted to break down the latest, I want to say scheme, the latest schematic, the latest system of carry concealed. And I was like, okay, I like the Lifecard idea, but it's only one shot. I wish it was two. I kind of don't like the cocking mechanism, which I'll speak about in a moment, where you have to pull this mechanism back to charge the gun. It's like racking around into the chamber before you fire under a lot of stress if someone is bearing down on you. Okay, well, part of carrying concealed, there's many different degrees. Are you going someplace where there's many friendly people and they all might be armed? Are you going to a place where, let's say, there's a lot of public there and you don't know what kind of people might be there? Okay, are they going to be drinking? Is there the possibility of it being a targeted area or location or event from terrorists. Okay. Could a lot of drug boys be there and a drive-by shooting occur and you're innocent and you get popped? You know, anything like that. So do you want to carry a full-service weapon on you? Do you want to carry a compact, or do you want to carry a subcompact, or just a pocket gun, a mouse gun in your pocket? There's many different ways to look at scenarios when you travel in and out of your house, going to and from work, and how discreet you might want to be. Okay? Do you want just one round to defend yourself? Most likely not. So I thought of the Lifecard, and when they first came out, it was 22 long rifle, and I wasn't impressed with that. I like the 22 long rifle round. Don't get me wrong. I love all handguns. I say that every video. But anyways, when they came out with a 22 WMR, which is 22 Magnum, I believe it stands for 22 Winchester Magnum revolver round or round. I forget. But in any event, I was like, oh, okay. Well, what if I invest in two of them? So, if you can see the Lifecard gun in the middle there, this is its folded status. Okay. And if you see, when it's folded in your pocket, there's no way to activate it. There's the barrel right there. It's not pointed at me. It's pointed in a safe direction. This also has a hole right there. You can put a lanyard in, so you can tie this to your belt, stick it inside your pocket, and then pull it out. The lanyard should give you enough slack that you can basically activate this gun right in front of you and have enough space to aim. Okay. And I was thinking, okay, man, that is small. It is like a small deck of credit cards, maybe 6 or 7. It's not that heavy. One thing I don't like about it is this area here, it can't open up. You can put 3 extra rounds in here. Okay, if you can get to them after the threat has ended, just to make sure. Maybe you're behind a barricade, maybe you're behind cover, maybe you're in another room. You get a chance to deploy this. Okay. And I brought out my Wi-Fi hotspot to show you how thin it actually is. If you happen to have a Wi-Fi hotspot, they're practically the same size. In fact, the Lifecard is smaller. So there you go. All right. With these systems, I say systems because I wanted to buy, after buying the Ideal Conceal, you might have recognized this, 2-shot semi-automatic Derringer. It's too heavy. It pulls my pants down every time I put it in my pocket. Yeah, I can carry it, but I have to wear a very tight belt. I don't like it. I also don't like their holster they have, because when you holster it on the side of your hip, you have to do all kinds of stuff at the top of the gun to loosen the gun from the holster, twist it, and then pull backwards instead of straight up, like I'm used to, trained as a police officer in the Glocks. But it's .380, and that's 2 bullets you can deploy fairly quickly. It's easier to deploy and pull open the handle and then go to town. So I'm like, one Lifecard is kind of worthless if it's just 22 long rifle. So some other things that are thin is a battery for charging a cell phone when you're mobile. Okay, your cell phone is going dead. You use this fully charged battery and connect it. Okay, even that's bigger than the Lifecard, but it's a little bit thinner. Okay, So I'm thinking about that, and I'm like, self, that would be nice. But man, they're $380 approximately a piece. Well, I'm going to have to do layaway and get a second one with it. This is an empty Lifecard, but it is 22 WMR or 22 Magnum. It's cocked, and I'm not going to play with it much more than that. But that's how far you have to pull that cocking mechanism out. And it's kind of difficult if you don't get your fingers around it properly. And you can feel the trigger also click forward, and then that lets you know it's ready to go. So you have a handle, and you point at the target, at the threat, at the game, and then pull the trigger. So I believe in, what do they call that? Trigger autonomy? Trigger, what do they call it? Trigger safety, what do they call it? I'm trying to remember right off the top of my head. So this one, 22 Magnum, and this one, when deployed the exact same way, is 22 long rifle. This, I don't think I even want to carry anymore. I think it's neat. You can put it down literally on the coffee table, and no one will know what it is. They'll pass it by and think it's a cell phone. And I've tried it before, having dinner with friends, and no one knows what the hell this is. A lot of gun owners that are into guns, they'll know what it is. I make no bones about that. I'm not trying to say anything different. So I'm thinking about carry conceal options with lanyards. Where's the lanyard? The lanyard for this is right here too. I would put the 22 Magnum while it's folded just like this in that configuration with a lanyard to my belt. This goes in the front right pocket. This has a lanyard hole for some 550 cord. A 550 cord will go right through that. And this can go in, and mind you, it has to be about a foot long, so it's right in front of me and I can deploy it. But this would be in my left pocket. And again, I'm not saying I'm going to dodge bullets or anything like that, but if something were to happen away from me and I know it's going to affect me, I'm thinking get out of dodge, seek cover, seek an avenue of escape, and get out of there. However, if I'm blocked in somewhere, like the back of some store and there's no outlet, then I will seek cover, maybe a storage room somewhere, and I will deploy this should someone keep on coming after me or after whoever I'm with. And I thought that was very interesting, having a 22 Magnum that is a formidable round, can do damage and not break your hand, or you have to hold it a certain way, softer like the Glocks before. You had to have a backstop for Glocks. If you remember when they first came out, they trained everybody, don't limp wrist it. If you limp wrist it, you get stovepipes. That's where the bullet goes down range, but the slide is not coming back all the way to eject the shell casing. So, this is, I am assuming, not much kick. It might have a little snap, but people looking at my pants pocket and the outline, they're not going to see anything, especially with big baggy shorts like I wear. So that's how it looks fully deployed, and you can see other videos. They can break down the specifics. I'm not into all that because, unfortunately, I can't sit there and review guns all day. However, now, this being said, carry concealed options. Let's move this out of the way for a second. Okay. This, on package day, the new Shockwave 8+1 with minis, but it chambers 3-inch and 2 3/4 slugs or shotgun rounds. And with my 550 cord, I purposely got this camouflage because I wear camouflage khaki pants and shorts. And I wore this through the parking lot when I was coming from my vehicle today. And I looked in the mirror when I came in the house, and strapped around my shoulder, legally carrying it in open carry, you almost could not see this, having that camouflage and being black. So the minis are fairly formidable within probably 25 yards to 50 yards at the most. And people usually want to run and hide when they see this. They don't want to get touched by this if they see it. But down on my side and blending in with my camouflage pants, I was pretty impressed that even with this small lanyard, you couldn't see this either with my black t-shirt. And the applications for that might come in handy. And I don't mean going to attack someone, but if you're carrying this and you're not trying to bring a lot of attention to you and you're going into a very hairy situation, police officers do all the time doing search warrants. This might be used by police officers to knock off steel doors, off their frame at the hinges. I forget the rounds that they might use. But in any event, they might use this to be discreet, but it's down at their side. They might have a trench coat like you see in the old movies. Or let's say you were just going to retrieve a family member out of the city and you were going in and out a dark area. You had this on your side and you were walking in and out of a bad area. Do you want to bring attention to yourself? But you have to get perhaps, and this happens a lot of times, not with me, but people going into the city to retrieve a family member that is in a crack den. And I'm not saying go there and attack anybody. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you were legally allowed to open carry this and you were in good standing with the law, if you carried this legally on your person but down by your side, this would not draw any attention in the nighttime. It wouldn't, unless you were acting like a fool and bringing it upwards. But I was pretty pleased because I had a dark t-shirt on and baggy camouflage khaki type pants, and you couldn't see it. I was really amazed. Because of the camouflage pattern and all black, it blended in wonderfully. But this is something you could carry legally around your shoulder, down on your side, not a threat to anybody. So we have to safely desensitize people from handguns so they know what is open carry, what is legal. And I would like to think that a police officer that respects that also would say, oh, look at that, 550 cord too? That's so if he wants to open carry, he can carry that all day safely and not be heavier with a strap. And I believe it's completely legal in all of Virginia, save for maybe one township or two township like Herndon, Virginia, or something like that. Maybe Leesburg. I don't know. But I know you can open carry this. Just like it was a rifle, just like it was a handgun. And I'm fairly certain you would not need a holster for this because the classification is not pistol, it's not shotgun, it's other because of the shorter knob handle. So anyways, that was the extra attaboy I gave me more recently. I bought this and I finally paid it off 2 weeks ago and got it. And I look forward to shooting it, and I look forward to using it as let's say, a close by ISIS gun to defend friendlies and innocent people. Nothing Fancy says it best. I'm more like a sheepdog. I've always been a sheepdog, trying to protect the sheep and the tyranny and evil of men. Well, that's what evil men do. Commit tyranny in one way or another. This right here was just under $500. It was like $470, I believe it was. And a couple payments, got a layaway within a month. And this is my new truck on. Anyways, guys, enjoy, be safe out there, protect yourself, protect your family, protect your community, protect your state, and protect your God-great United States. It's worth protecting, even though people are destroying it, and they're going to bite off more than they can chew. Coming soon. Thank you, and be safe out there.